はい、どうも、クビコリーマンです。最近はですね、このコーヒーと、それからここに、ストーブがあるんですけれども、これを立ってですね、英語をシャドーイングするというところ、これ習慣づいてます。今年入って8割方土日も含めて、ちゃんと毎日できてるんじゃないでしょうか。じゃあ早速ね、今日もやっていきます。はい。You wake up one day with a fever and a bad cough. Should you go to work? In the past, many employees should likely to have said yes. Going to work when you were sick showed your commitment to your job and was considered a virtue. Missing work for any reason was frowned upon. Nowadays, however, employees would probably agree that the proper decision in this case would be to stay at home. After all, it is better for one sick employee to miss a day or two than to pass an illness on everyone in the office. But now, imagine this situation. You wake up in a bad mood. Should you be concerned about passing your mood on to your coworkers? According to psychologist and writer Daniel Gordon, the answer is yes. In his recent book Social Intelligence, The New Science of Relationships, Gottman explains that our brains are social tools. That is, the human brain was designed for social interaction. Research shows that the human brain contains cells called mirror neurons. According to Goldman, these neurons allow us to sense both the move another person is about to make and their feelings, and the instantaneous prepare us to initiate the movement and feel with them. Goldman goes to say that mirror neurons link brain to brain. If we put a person in a meeting who is either purposely upbeat or downbeat, it changes the whole group's collective mood for better or worse. One example of passing one's emotion on to others is through laughter. A person starts laughing out loud, and even though we have no idea what the person is laughing at, we begin to laugh as well. When people are alone, on the other hand, they really laugh out loud, even when they read or hear very humorous joke. This suggests that laughter is meant to be shared. When someone laughs out loud, it is easy to recognize his or her emotional state. But most emotions are not expressed in such an obvious way. How are we able to recognize them? Brain research has shown that our ability to sense others' emotions is in our genes. We may not be conscious of it, but we are particularly good at reading others' facial expressions. Even the most reserved people reveal some emotion on their faces. For example, a movement as small as a raised eyebrow can communicate a world of information. Psychologist Paul Ekman is considered the world's leading expert in facial expressions. He has spent years identifying the muscle movements that make up the thousands of facial expressions that we use to communicate our emotions. Interestingly, Ekman's research has revealed that our facial expressions are not only a mirror of what we are feeling. Sometimes just making facial expressions, particular emotion. For example, if you are in a bad mood but put on an artificial smile, you will start to feel better faster. In other words, sometimes the facial expression actually starts the emotional processes rather than the other way around. So if you greet someone with a cheerful expression on your face, both of you will be more likely to feel cheerful. Now let's return to a worker who works up in a bad mood. What should he do? The decision might depend on the workplace. If the atmosphere is generally positive, he should get up and go to work. It is more likely that he will catch the positive mood of others than that he will pass on his negative mood. And if he smiles despite his bad mood, he will have an even greater chance of recovery. On the other hand, atmosphere is negative. It might mean that he's already caught the negative feelings of his coworkers. In that case, it might be a good idea for him to start looking for another job. And now that he understands how emotions are passed from one person to another, he should be more choosy about where he works. He should look for a healthy workplace where he is unlikely to catch negative feelings from his coworkers. At the same time, he should be more conscious of the effect that his own emotional state has on his coworkers. As Goldman says, mirror neurons make us far more non-connected than we ever knew. This creates a pathway for emotional contagion. If we really care about people, it gives a new spin to the term social responsibility. What emotional states are you creating in the people you're with? こんなもんかな。5分ぐらいかな。はい、以上です。